Play some video game. Only 4 minutes late, but whatever. I have a girlfriend, but she fucking sucks. It never is fun with her. She always. Hey, what's up, Stink Bug Potato? Appreciate you stopping by, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Little butter sticks, butter sticks, butter sticks, butter sticks, butter sticks. Fuck. Oh, 1 second. I'm doing all right. Stink Bug Potato. I mean, all things considered, I think I'm doing okay. You know, hanging in there, trying to stay positive and keep the dream alive. You know how it goes. But just in general, I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well, my dude. Hope everything's going all right for you. Don't know. Okay, now it looks like everything's working fine because everything, the whole thing went by. So. But yeah, you know, I try a Stink Bug Potato. I definitely try. It's not easy, and I'm not always a positive person. I try to just, in general, keep things real, but it also doesn't help if you're just always negative about everything. I mean, negativity attracts negativity. That's kind of what I was always told. And nobody wants to be around a negative person all the time. And I mean, I used to be kind of a negative person a lot, and it's not good for anybody, including myself. Granted, I seem positive on the outside. That's not always, unfortunately, true on the inside. But it is what it is. But also, when you start at the bottom in life and grow up on the bottom, you tend to be a little bit more. You tend to be, in my opinion, you tend to be a little bit more resourceful in things. At least if you're smart about it. I try to stay positive. I'm not always positive. Sometimes it does wane. But I am only human. Not everybody can be positive all the time. So it is what it is. But I'm reasonably healthy. I don't. Hey, what's up, DG? I'm doing alright, DG. Just packing up so we can play some South Park. I got kind of a little bit of a late start on the stream today, so I just wanted to play something simple. And South Park's pretty simple, so I just, I've been working on the Dark Mastermind the dark mastermind run, so I can get the what do you call it? Get the achievement for it. Basically, you just kind of play as a black character, and then you got to play on mastermind difficulty. And if you beat the game, you get a achievement for it. And I've pretty much got everything else in this game except for that. So. But yeah, we chilling like villains. Oh shit! Making some food as we speak on the crock pot, so that'll be done by the time I'm done. But yeah, was just talking to Stink Bug Potato. But no, you are right, Stink Bug Potato. Nobody can be positive all the time on the inside. It's impossible. I mean, if you are, there is either something wrong with you, or you have never really faced tribulations in life, unfortunately. So, and again, I try to be a more outwardly positive person, if I can be. I mean, sometimes it doesn't always work even on the outside, but, I try. Try as hard as I can to, just to keep moving forward in life and, just try to take it day by day. Don't get me wrong, I got a lot of shit going on too. It's not like I'm cruising or anything. But I'm alive. I have no serious mental deficiencies. I have no physical. Yeah, DG. I mean, when you live by yourself, you don't really have an option not to cook, unless you want to fucking starve or be broke all the time because you spend money on food or on fast food because that shit ain't cheap no more, or you're gonna be like 550 pounds and then probably dead and broke. So, no, I like cooking. I had to kind of teach myself a lot of cooking stuff because, well, and like learning from people that have kind of taught me stuff. But my parents, unfortunately, were the biggest teachers on a lot of things, and even though my parents could mostly cook, they never really taught me how to cook. So I had to learn a lot of it on my own. And then I've had awesome people like Adam Ballard, who has taught me how to cook some things too. And cooking is not what I would call hard, depending on what you're cooking, obviously. There's some hard things to cook, don't get me wrong. But if you enjoy it, you can make even simple things taste fucking amazing. I'm making chili right now, and it ain't like super complicated chili, but it's good fucking chili, and I've got it down pretty well. I think I do a pretty good job on it. So, yeah, I enjoy cooking. I don't always want to do it, obviously. I'm not like a person that cooks every single day. Sometimes I just put a frozen pizza in the oven and just say fuck it. But when you live by yourself and you ain't got nobody to cook for you, you figure shit out. Gotta be resilient. And I hate to say it, when you go a little on the poorer side of life, we weren't like destitute or anything, but I wouldn't say that. I think there was 3 beans in the. I get just a can of chili, or not. Sorry, I get a can. I get the beans canned, and I always try to get the mixed chili bean one. So it's got 3 different beans. It's got kidney beans. It's got pinto beans, and it's got chili beans. And that's the one I figured it kind of makes it the best. I mean, I like black beans too sometimes for chili. Kidney beans are always pretty good. I mean, beans are beans. I mean, they have a little different flavor to each one of them, but you can't really go wrong with a bean in your chili depending on what you're using. But I think the can that I got was 3 beans mixed together with in like hot sauce or whatever in the can. Yeah, I do cook, but I I can't like boil beans and shit. I can't boil beans and shit from scratch. I don't have that kind of time, unfortunately. I mean, if I had a day where I wasn't working, I would do something like that. But butter beans, bean butter. I don't know about bean butter. I mean, I guess. Yeah, they good fiber, good stuff. I mean, the spices are good for your stomach too. Spices help grow good bacteria in your stomach. Um, so yeah, I don't think I need any of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, my chili's not complicated, but it's good enough, I think. And so I think I've done a pretty good job. And again, I've learned from a few people who make chili and whatnot. So I've definitely gotten a lot better at making chili than I once was in life. Because I've never made chili before I was where I'm at now. Except for like in a can, like the canned chili, and I still eat that shit sometimes too. I make that shit with like chili mac and shit, or like, or some people call it Texas chili or Texas mac and cheese or some shit. But you just mix in a can of. Yeah, like I said, the beans I got apparently are in hot sauce in the can, and then I also get the tomatoes with habanero in the can as well. So yeah, I have. I don't like it too hot, but it's definitely got some spice in it. I mean, it's definitely got some kick to it. So yeah, it's not bitch chili. It's at least a little less spicy. It's so spicy. Little spicy chili. So yeah, but like I said, you gotta learn in life, man. And when you don't have people to teach you, you just got to teach yourself. And I may not be the expert at that shit, but like I said, when you kind of grow. Nah, it's not that hot, to be honest. The habaneros are very played up in the cans I get. Don't get me wrong, it's still good and it still gets you some heat, but it's not like hella habaneros. It's just like mostly like little pieces of habanero and then just some of the juice. But again, it all goes pretty well together, so I can't complain. But I don't like it too hot. I could definitely make it hotter, but no, I don't make it too hot. I don't like shit and fire. Now, Adam Ballard, he makes some fucking amazing chili, but he makes pretty much everything he does is good. And, he's the same way. It's like, I mean, he got taught some things like his mama and family members and shit, but a lot of the stuff he just kind of learned on his own, And where am I going? In general, when you, like I was saying, when you grow up a little on the where? Oh, okay, go to Jimmy's house. That's what I have to do. Where am I going? Okay, so I have to go there. So I'll just keep going on the street, I guess. But yeah, when you grow up a little on the upper lower class kind of thing in life, and you have to learn things, and like I said, I had good parents that tried really hard. And my parents definitely put in the effort to do what they could, but my parents were also not the, my parents aren't dumb or anything, or they weren't dumb, but like I wouldn't say they were the smartest people in the world, and they were very young when I was born, and so it's one of those things where like,
low social status rubbing off on me. Shoo! I don't want your low attacking a powerful snow woman, huh? Typical.
So yeah, like my parents taught me stuff. Don't get me wrong. I was not like completely neglected or anything as far as like what they did to raise me. But they weren't. They were both really young and they were kind of figuring out life as they went along too. And so they did what they could. They did the best they could. And you know, they did teach me some very valuable things, but unfortunately, there's just some stuff that they didn't know how to teach me or they didn't know themselves. And so when as I grew up and stuff and didn't have anybody around to like do things for me, and I became more independent with myself, I just had to teach myself how to do a lot of things. And don't get me wrong, the whole cooking thing has taken me a little while, even to, even gotten to the point where I even like enjoy cooking for the most part, because I didn't even always enjoy it, to be honest. It wasn't until later on in life where I was kind of forced to cook or forced to learn how to cook, and then I kind of made myself enjoy it. Now I do enjoy it because I do find it to be a fun thing to do and to be a valuable lesson to learn, because if you can cook, you can take care of yourself. And if you can cook well, you know, it not only makes things better for you when you eat because you don't have to eat shit food, but it also, you know, you can also cook for somebody else if you were going to, and they can actually want to eat your food instead of wanting to throw it the fuck up and like feed it to the dog and shit. So, you know, I tried really hard to kind of teach myself and then also get a lot of tips from friends and stuff like that. And just to learn, you know, look on the internet. I mean, shit, it's not. Yeah, that's fair. That is totally fair, Stink Pig Potato. It's, you know, something like that has probably helped a lot of people learn how to cook, which is awesome. You know, I'm sorry I'm not saying that everybody has to be a five-star chef or anything. I'm not even saying you have to be necessarily all that great at cooking. But if you can't cook basic shit, like, you have some issues. You know, those kind of people that like can't boil water without burning it kind of bullshit, you know? I don't understand people like that. I mean, granted, I used to be kind of like that, but I had to force myself to get better. But it's like, overall, I don't really understand how people just allow themselves to not know how to do shit. You know what I mean? And that's always kind of perplexing to me. And again, this is coming from somebody who had to teach myself a majority of how to like live as an adult, because I didn't know how to fucking do it, because nobody had really explained to me the finer points of being an adult. And so because of that, there was a lot of shit I had to like pick up on that I didn't necessarily know. You know, I had to learn how to like pay my taxes or like file my taxes. I had to, you know, learn how to fucking like get a job. I had to learn how to fucking go to work. You know, I had to learn how to like do everything at my jobs that I've had, you know. And I'm not saying that necessarily makes me what I call unique in life, because it really doesn't. I mean, everybody has to kind of do that at some point in life. Some maybe a little less or more than others. But my whole point of it is that like I don't understand how some people just don't like learn the basics of life sometimes. You'd be surprised. Like, some people just don't understand some shit. And again, not necessarily a bad thing. It just, you know, just how I live my life. But yeah. But yeah, you are right, Stink Pug Potato. My mom used to fucking bullshit with my dad about certain things because she didn't want to do it, but she knew she could. My mom used to joke that she could cook, but she didn't want my dad to know she could really cook, because didn't want my dad to fucking suddenly thinking that she was gonna cook great all the time.
Somebody wake me when it's my turn.
Like, my mom could cook, but my mom didn't enjoy cooking, which sounds kind of weird. But yeah, it's the type of people like in the comedy shows where like their whole thing is like, oh, if anybody ever asks me to do something, I do it so badly that they never ask me to do it again, basically. And yeah, my old roommate actually was kind of like that. The dude was kind of worthless, loved him to death, but like, I mean, he's one of my best friends, but the dude was kind of worthless. He didn't know how to do shit for himself for the most part, and he was never really one to learn shit. So if he couldn't learn how to do it and make it happen on or whatever without help, he just didn't want to do it. And how do I explain this? Sometimes in life, when you get like when you meet somebody that reflects the parts of you that you don't like about yourself, and that might seem like kind of a weird statement, but like, for example, if you are a lazy ass person, and let's say you're not great about cleaning the bed for yourself, right? Sometimes if you meet somebody who is even lazier and more trash than you are when it comes to things, it kind of opens up your eyes to the fact of what, like, you kind of see yourself all of a sudden in a different kind of way where you're like, holy shit, like, I am kind of a bum. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do shit for myself. I can't do shit for myself. And if you're lucky, you take that situation and you use it to better yourself. And you can say, I realize like that's how I was, but that's not how I want to be. And if you can do that, then you can improve yourself by also like understanding the faults of yourself kind of in a way, because it's like reflected back. It's like a dark. Well, no, you're very true. Like I said, when I said I had to say if like smart people do it, because people who are dumb don't fucking do it, and I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. People who are dumb, just they can't, you know, use shit to make themselves better, and they don't ever take accountability for shit, you know. And I don't know how to explain it. It's just one of those things. But anyway, long story short, though, yeah, you know, if you are a smart person, or at least halfway smart, in the very least, you have some kind of self-realization about yourself. Which again, everybody in the world that's not mentally deficient, as far as having like a serious mental illness or like, if like you are, how do I explain it? You just have to be you have to be like rightly self-aware of yourself to be able to, you know, improve yourself. I don't think that I think that without like, people who are not very self-aware, I don't think can better themselves, because they never will be able to see like the ways that you have to improve yourself. Like, one big thing when it comes to self-improvement, if you have, it's self-improvement in a weird way is kind of like, you know, like admitting that you have a problem, like addiction almost. Like, you could almost look like self-improvement as like the counter opposite of like addiction, into the point of like the steps that you take when you have addiction to be able to start healing yourself so that you can get clean again. And a lot of the time when it comes to people who are addicts, they don't see themselves having an issue at all. Like, they will deny the issue till they're blue in the face. And when you do that, you can't ever use the information in a positive way, even if it is negative. Now, the beauty of life is that you can take a negative and then turn it into a positive in a lot of different situations. So, you know, if you have a lot of bad shit going on, you can use the bad shit to turn it into good shit. You just have to kind of know how to do it and have the willingness to do it. And it might take a while, and it probably will not be the funnest thing in the world, but at the same time, like, it'll be beneficial for you to do it. And so, you know, it's kind of like people who go to jail. I've never been to jail myself, never been arrested or anything. I actually just got my first ticket not that long ago. And so because of that, but like people who go to jail, for example, they don't, if you're smart about going to jail, you can use going to jail to better yourself and to realize that what you did to go to jail was bad and you're not going to do that again, and then you don't go to jail, hopefully for anything else, but at the very least not for the same thing. Dumb people or people who are just not very like self-aware or smart in the general sense of like common sense will just constantly repeat the same bullshit over and over again and then complain about it all the time like it's not their fault, and then they just don't do anything about it to improve themselves. Now, going to jail sucks. Don't get me wrong. I never want to go to jail. That's like the last thing that I want to have happen to me for the most part, outside of like dying, is like going to jail, because I would not. For one thing, I would not really last in jail, and my ass would probably be passed around like cigarettes. But just in general, you know, like if you go to jail, you can learn from your mistakes and then use it to be a better person. Because there's a lot of famous people who have been to jail. You know, there's a lot of famous people who, if you look back, have had criminal histories. You know, look at Danny Trejo. Look at the one British guy that was he's really tall and bald. He was in like the Gone in 60 Seconds movie. He was in like Snatch. I can't remember his name, but he's the big, tall, fucking bald. I can't even remember what the fuck. Like, he's white, but I can't remember where he's from. I want to say he's like British or something. He's an actor, though. You probably know what I'm talking about if you've seen any of those movies. He used to be like a mob person or something like that. Like, I think he was actually in organized crime, and I think he actually had been to jail a couple times, and then eventually he had started doing acting, and then just happened to make it work. You know, I mean, there are a lot of people in the world that probably had really shitty beginnings, but they turned it around. That's the smart part of life, is that you can learn from your mistakes and turn it around, and turn a positive into a negative. Stupid people can't do that, or like people who are just not willing to put in the work can't do that. And that's kind of sad if you think about it. Because unless you're born with a silver spoon straight up your ass, you know, you're going to struggle in life here and there. It's inevitable to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. Even if you do everything right, you know, something's going to happen eventually in life that you're not going to account for, and you're going to have to deal with it. Kind of goes into what I was saying before about kind of growing up a little on the poorer side. I wouldn't say necessarily I was like bum dick poor, because I actually knew kids who were poorer than me. But I was not like, my parents were not rolling in the money in any way, shape, or form. So it wasn't like we were doing well, but we were doing good enough to get by, and we were like I said, in the 90s, we would have been considered like either a higher lower class or like lower middle class, just for where we lived and like how much my parents made and shit like that. But I was never like a dirty child. I always had like decent clothes. You know, I had video games. I had like food in my belly. You know, so I mean, my parents made it work for as many mistakes as they made. But I definitely was never like, you know, I definitely never was like on the up and up when it came to life. And a lot of my friends were way better off than me, which is totally okay. You know, and I hate to say it because some of their parents got like a weird, like kind of wrong idea about my parents and me. Because some of my friends' parents thought I was like a lot worse off than I actually was. So I got invited to like dinner like a lot when I was growing up by different families and shit, because they didn't like, there was like rumors and shit that I wasn't like eating and stuff. That was never happening, by the way. Like, I never went to bed hungry unless I didn't want to fucking eat what my parents gave me, and then I could go to bed hungry, and they wouldn't want it. I better not say shit about it. My parents were very old school when it came to shit like that. My dad did not play. You either ate your fucking food or you went to bed hungry. There was no alternative. And if you got caught sneaking food, you're going to get your ass whooped, and then you're going to be in trouble the next day, kind of thing. So, you know, it is what it is. But I never went hungry. I was never really, like, wanting as far as the basic needs. My parents always had basic needs met for me. It wasn't until later on in life when my parents split that things got a little hairy. But even then, you know, they still did the best they could. And it is what it is. You know, I think that like, I am pretty good at taking things that have happened bad and trying to learn from them. Wasn't always good at it, but I think I've gotten a lot better at it anyway. And, you know, I do my best to try to live by it. Not necessarily example, but like, just try to live by like a decent way versus other people I've seen grow up, you know, and how they've kind of negotiated adulthood. You know, I hate to say it, but like I said before, my old roommate, when I was still living where I was from, was a huge example of everything I didn't want to be in life. Love the dude to death. He was my best friend for a long, long time. But the way that I saw him just eventually, spiral real hard downward, and because of, heavy drugs and shit, and not having any direction in life and stuff, he definitely was somebody that, I looked up to, but not in the way that, he was, a role model. I looked up to him as everything that I needed to do in life so I wouldn't be like him, basically. And that might be kind of fucked up to say. And I don't know if I'd ever necessarily say it to him to his face, but at the same time, that's kind of what I did growing up, or at least when I was living with them, which was for a while. I basically had to use them as an example of what I did not want to be in life and what I was not supposed to do, in life. And so because of that, I bettered myself, so, it is what it is. Introspection is a powerful thing when you use it right. And as I've gotten older, which it probably happens with a lot of people this way, don't get me wrong, I'm probably not, I wouldn't say I'm not unique in this situation, but overall, as I grow up and as I get older, introspection becomes slightly more easier as far as me being able to, really dig into shit and take accountability for stuff and just being able to figure things out in life that I didn't know before. So, and all you really can do is, if you're just even halfway smart in life, you just gotta, learn, and you gotta look up to good people, and just do your best, and not everybody's path is the same either. So, me doing what I'm doing is not necessarily the same thing that somebody else is going to be doing if they were in my position. So everything is, individualized for everybody. But I definitely think there's basic things that you can learn to do better in life. And, just learning basic essential things, learning how to cook, learning how to do your own laundry. If you have a car, learning how to fix basic fucking things in your car. How to change the oil, how to change a fucking tire. That kind of thing. And for the really crazy stuff, I don't expect anybody to know how to do a lot of different shit when it comes to vehicles and stuff, because vehicles can be complicated. Don't get me wrong. I don't know how to really work on cars. I've learned a lot about working on bicycles because I've owned so many of them, but I don't know how to shit about cars because I've never owned a car myself. But I definitely think that if you own a car, you should know how to do basic things to be able to service your car and not rely on, hey, what's up, Pink Firehearts Wild, or Pink Firehearts World? How you doing? I don't know if we know each other, but welcome in. This is the Happy Leprechaun Show, the happiest show on the internet where the happiest leprechaun in the world plays video games and other stuff. Prove me wrong. We just playing some South Park and just gabbing about some shit. But I appreciate you stopping in. Happy for the high and whatnot too. So yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks for stopping through. Hopefully you enjoy what you see. If you do enjoy what you see, and you feel akin to, I'd appreciate the fuck out of a like and a sub. We always here hanging out, playing the video games. I'll probably start doing this other stuff eventually too, but once I get a little bit more of an audience, I can start splitting a little from video games to an extent. Or at least playing some games that other people can join into, kind of thing. But for now, just like I said, just we all hanging out, we all we all friends and we all having good times. I'm just playing some South Park, doing the Dark Mastermind speedrun. Trying to get the achievement for that one. I'm just kind of lost. So I don't keep forgetting what the fuck I'm doing on here. What am I doing? Go to the alley, proceed with the medicinal fried chicken. Okay. Where is it? Where's my map at? There it is. Where's the fucking? I have to go over here. Okay. Maybe I can fast travel a little closer there. But yeah, like,
need to get somewhere.
but yeah, I think the basics to learn how to do it, just in general, so you can be self-sufficient in life, is, you know, learn how to cook to an extent, learning how to do your laundry, learning how to fucking clean up after yourself, you know, learning how to do your taxes. And you know, doing your taxes is not that hard nowadays either. It's there's, you know, most of the shit is done for you if you use any of like the you know, like what do you call it?
You made a real mistake when you attacked us.
Like H&R Block Online, or like any of those credit things on free credit things online. Most of them will do your credit or your fucking taxes for you for free. And as long as you can just fucking enter numbers in, you're good. Not saying you couldn't still fuck it up, but it's just a lot less likely anyway. So, you know, if you can do just basic things, then you're gonna be a lot better off in life than people can't. But you got to be willing to learn and to accept that you have to learn something new. You know. But we all doing good here. Pink Fire Hearts World. Playing some South Park. Oh, well, either way, I guess. It's not gonna matter.
Oh my god, we're going to have so much fun!
And I got home a little late from work today, so I didn't, I started a little later than I knew. I started a little later than I normally do. And so I didn't have time to like think of like exactly what I wanted to play, so I just said fucking played some South Park because it's easy. But I'm always changing up here and there. I mean, there's a couple games where I played it straight through on here, but for the most part, you know, I try to mix it up a little bit with games and stuff like that. I try to play some good stuff, or like stuff I get for free on Epic and shit like that. So. But yeah, we always have fun here. You know, I'm into video games. I like movies. You know, I like some comics. I don't really collect comics or anything anymore, or like read them, but I definitely watch channels that talk about comics a lot. But yeah, I like comics and stuff. You know, I do like some anime, but I'm a little out of the anime thing. I haven't really watched a whole lot of anime in a long time, just because I didn't have any reason to keep up with it. But yeah, I love cooking. You know, cooking's always fun. But yeah, we just you know, we chill and relax, and we talk about stuff, and we you know, hold each other up, and just try to make life a little bearable for the day, and then we start all that shit over the next day. So, you know. And as I was saying before, no pressure at all. But Pink Fire Hearts World, if you're still here, and if you enjoy hanging out and you like what you see, we always appreciate a like and a sub, because, like I said, we always doing this shit, and so we happy to join the We happen to join the what do you call it? Join the crew, and just, you know, hang out and try to make life fun, man. That's all you can do. You gotta hang out with your boys and make life fun. And the girls can come in here too. We all happy here. You know, as long as you ain't a dickhead or a weirdo, you're free to come in.
finding their
DG, did you just fucking try to high fidelity my ass? Did you just try to high fidelity me?
You can make a lot
Some
of
bitch. Man, you just put me on the spot. I'll keep it interesting, try to keep it multi-genre. Scary movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, always classic. Action movie, fuck.
Whatever you did last night,
That's a tough one because there's so many of them. Oldie but a goodie, Die Hard. I'll always go with the original Die Hard.
Whatever you did last night scared
the original Mortal Kombat, always a fun watch. You know, for me, a video game movie that didn't suck, it was a rare thing. So always like the Mortal Kombat. Comedy, oh fuck, that's a hard one because there's a lot of good comedies. Grandma's Boy, one of my favorite comedies ever. Can still watch that movie and laugh my ass off. There are certain movies I can't watch by myself and enjoy, but I can watch with other people or certain people and love. Mostly because I've seen a lot of them so many times, it just doesn't have the same appeal to me. But if I'm watching with people, always fucking fun. I have not seen Sicario of either one of them, but I heard they're great movies. I heard that Benicio del Toro fucking kicked ass in those ones. But no, I have not had a chance to sit down and watch the Sicario 1 and 2. I don't remember what the second one was called. But I heard they're good. I've seen parts of them. I've seen like chunks of them on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I haven't actually sat down and watched them. My favorite genre is probably horror. I've heard good things. Like I said, I've heard Benicio del Toro kicks ass in those movies, and they're supposed to be pretty good.
Wait, that's the farting vigilante.
But yeah, so my favorite genre is probably horror. And I usually, if I had to pick something to watch, it'd probably be a scary movie of some kind. Even though I don't really get like scared of movies because I'm an adult, but I've definitely gotten kind of unwieldy by movies, or like I've seen movies that can definitely creep me out when I saw them. First Hostel movie, I saw that in theaters, and that shit made me think I was going to get kidnapped for like a month. So yeah. But yeah, I love horror movies. I love comedies. I mean, I'm a stoner, so I like comedies too. Don't get me wrong. I love to get super stoned and watch comedy. I just don't watch comedies by myself all that much, unless it's like something really specific. Because for whatever reason, I enjoy watching comedies with other people versus myself. I'll still go see certain movies and shit in theaters, like comedies and stuff in theaters. But like sitting at home and stuff, I usually don't watch comedies often because I like watching with other people, basically. So when it comes to, let's see, am I supposed to eat it? I can't remember. I think I'm just supposed to eat it. Oh no, I have to find the ingredients. I have to get the moldy cheese, and I have to go to the City Walk and buy the spicy shrimp, the shitty shrimp. But yeah, I've seen more movies than I could ever even begin to explain. I mean, I could recall a lot of them probably, but even then, I probably still miss some just because there's so many of them. Hey, I appreciate the fuck out of you, Pink Fire Hearts World. That always makes me happy. But again, it's not just about me. It's about everybody. I want people to be, have fun when they're coming to hang out with me in my channel. It's one of the big reasons I started doing YouTube. Kind of a hobby, but a hobby to try to bring people together. But yeah, I appreciate the fuck out of you. You a real one. You an OG. You can say you were here in the beginning when my ass gets like 1 million subs, if I ever do. Probably won't, but if I ever, or even if I hit like 100K, you can be like, yeah, I was one of the motherfuckers that signed up for that motherfucker first. I was there. I saw his shit rise. He ain't nothing without all of us, which is true. I'm only as good as my followers, so I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good night, and you are always welcome to come hang out. Yeah, you, DG, me and you are probably pretty close to the age, I would assume. I didn't work at Blockbuster, but I haunted that motherfucker, especially in college, because back then they had the movie pass where it's like $20 a month and then you get unlimited movies. Man, I would buy that shit and then I would watch every fucking movie in that motherfucker, even the shitty ones. And then when I ran out of movies to watch, I watched the TV shows, because at that point they were letting you rent TV shows at Blockbuster. So yeah, I was at Blockbuster a lot, like multiple times a day when I didn't have class. Even when I did have class, like I was usually there. I'd usually go to home and like grab whatever I need to return and go back and rent something else. I have seen the shittiest of the shitty movies, and I have seen some of the greatest of the great movies, and I've seen everything in between. I have seen Wolftown. I have seen, the original Piranha movies, both of them. I saw the one where fucking the piranhas fucking flew through the air and bit people in the face. I've seen, all three versions of Black Christmas. Seen the fucking original one. I've seen fucking. Okay, yeah, you're a little older than me. So we're definitely at least closer in age than I am to some people that come through. But yeah, I'm not 40 yet, but I'm getting close. Put it that way. So it is what it is. So, yeah, I am a movie buff. I went to college to like make movies, even though I didn't end up doing that. But I love movies. I don't watch them quite as much as I used to, but I still love them and I still watch them. And again, like I said, I have seen the range of shit when it comes to movies, so it is what it is. I'm a cinephile to the maximum degree. I've even seen a lot of foreign films and silent films and fucking shit I didn't even understand what the fuck I was looking at. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Hold on, I'm a little lost now. I'm kind of stoned and lost at the same time. Okay, so I need to go to City Walk. Where the fuck is City Walk? City Walk is, I'm assuming, over here somewhere. Yeah, it's right there. So I need to go to City Walk, and then I need to go to the bar. So they're right next to each other. So there should be a fast travel somewhere around there where I can fast travel to the... Oops, sorry. Man, the only thing I don't understand what they took out of this game, that they took out of the first game and didn't put in this one, was a fucking run button. Granted, you move a lot faster in this one than you do in the first one, but a run button would be cool.
Sure, I'll let you in the bank. After the market.
First one had a run button and you zoomed. This one doesn't have a run button. You just kind of control how fast you want to walk by pushing the stick.
I'm the fastest kid in town.
I saw the South Park movie in theaters. Like, I've seen some shit, man. It is what it is.
Are we doing this or what?
But yeah, like I said, I love movies. Always will. I'd love to make movies one day. Shit. I still write, like, scripts and shit that I would love to get done one day. I've never sold anything, but and I've never even really sent anything out, if I had to be completely honest. But I love writing. That's another thing. A big passion of mine is writing. I like to write. I don't do it quite as much as I used to at one point in life, but I still try to do it as much as I can. So, okay, I didn't see American Pie in theaters because at that point, we didn't have a whole lot of money, and so I wasn't really going to like the movies per se, right? But when I was I had to have been like, I think it was in like 5th grade. So I was probably like 11 or 12. I was probably like 11, probably around 11. I don't think I was in 6th grade quite yet, but I think I was at least like, I was probably like 11 years old. And for my birthday, my mom didn't really have like, because my parents had split up not super long before that. I don't remember what the time frame was exactly, but my parents were split up at that point. So it was me and my mom in the house still, and then my dad had gotten a new place or gotten his own place or whatever, and then I would go to his house on the weekends and stuff. Other than that, it was just me and my mom, and my birthday happened. So my mom didn't really have like a whole lot of money to really do anything. But she was like, you can still bring some friends over, and I can, she's like, just bring some friends over, like we can watch a movie or something. I'll get you cake, and we got a cake. It was like kind of a cheap cake, and it wasn't great, but it was still a cake, And I'll get you, we'll order pizza or something. So it wasn't like an expensive birthday party at all. And I got to invite like 3 or 4 friends or something like that to come have a sleepover. Again, we were like 11 years old, so we pretty normal sleepover. We ate a lot of junk food, played video games, and watch movies. But my mom had she had rented American Pie on demand, because on demand was like digital cable had like just become a thing, not that far. I think I was probably like 11 or something when it happened. So we'd had it for a little bit, but it wasn't. It hadn't been out that long. It was still kind of a newer thing, and it wasn't like TiVo or anything yet. But it was digital cable basically. It was like not satellite, but just almost as good as satellite basically. And so she rented American Pie for us, and we had no clue what it was about. We just knew it was a comedy. And after we watched the movie, my mom had to basically beg that none of my friends would ever tell their parents that she allowed us to see American Pie, because it was just back in the day when the raunchy comedies were like just becoming a thing, and it still wasn't like super widely accepted. And so she was just scared to death, because I mean that movie had everything. I mean, you had like boobs, you had fucking people jerking off, you had all kinds of shit. There's a lot of shit happened in that movie that my mom just did not want anybody to know about. And so she just like had to beg my fucking friends, be like, listen, you can tell your parents anything you want, just not that you saw this movie. And if you tell your parents you saw this movie, I will deny it and say that you rented it without my permission or some shit. And my mom became like one of the coolest moms of all moms in my friend group, because like she didn't give a fuck. Kind of in a way. Like she still rented it for us, but she was like, whatever. So yeah, it was always a memory I'll remember was when I saw American Pie for the first time on demand, and that shit was fucking hilarious. So yeah, love American Pie. Definitely has a special place in my heart. It sucks it kind of went downhill, but there will always be kind of sacred movies, because they will never do movies like that again, unfortunately. And so it's never going to be something that's going to be widely available to us now. The whole raunchy comedy thing is kind of dead, unfortunately. So the best you get is like Ted or something. But yeah. But I've seen a lot of movies in theaters. Just not as many. Mostly more movies on DVD and like video and stuff like that. But I've seen quite a few movies in theaters. But yeah.
Here, I always thought kites were lame. Happy to change your mind, Super Craig. Says I changed my mind. Excited.
So yeah. I saw the original Mummy in theaters, the one with Brendan Fraser and what's her name, because they're Rachel Weisz, because they're talking about they're coming back for the next one or something again. I mean, hopefully it's better than Dragon King or whatever it was called. That was kind of a stupid movie, but you know, I like Brendan Fraser. He's a good dude, and he went through a lot of shit, and he really came out on top again. You know, and kind of made a name for himself all over again. You got to respect that. There's not many people in this world that do that kind of shit. So yeah.
It's my fucking turn, yeah.
Oh shit. Anyway, to answer your question, Pink Fire Hearts World, not necessarily. I don't have like a specific thing I eat when I watch certain movies. No, never got that far into it. I love eating things like chips and stuff when I'm watching movies, like munchy food, basically. That's usually like even when I go to movies and stuff, I always bring in my own food because they don't want to get fucking more. Just because popcorn's. Well, for one, I'm not a big popcorn fan. Don't get me wrong, I will eat popcorn, but I'm not one of those people that will like eat like a whole bag of popcorn. I'll have some of it and I get sick of it after a while. And so I always like sneak in my own bag of chips or something in my backpack with like candy and shit. Mainly because that shit's so expensive that fuck that anyway. So, so yeah, but I like to eat chips and stuff when I'm usually watching movies. So yeah, I like you know, chips or crackers or something. Sometimes I'll bring in like if I have them, I'll bring like Cheez-Its or something like that. I love what are they called? I love Triscuits. Triscuits are one of my favorite fucking crackers in the whole world. I will fuck some Triscuits up, man. Like, I actually have a problem when I have Triscuits because I will eat that whole fucking box and feel like shit afterward. But, goddamn, I will fuck me up some Triscuits, man. Triscuits are fucking amazing. Like, ain't nothing wrong about eating the fucking goddamn Triscuit, man. That shit's fucking busting. I love Triscuits. I like Cheez-Its, too. Don't get me wrong. I like Cheez-Its. I like Wheat Thins, too. They're not my favorite cracker in the world, but I'll still eat them. I'll still fuck up a box of Wheat Thins. But goddamn, there's something about Triscuits, man. I eat that whole motherfucking box, like, to the point where I feel ill afterward. Like, but yeah, I love, as far as like crackers and shit go, yeah, I love like Triscuits and Cheez-Its and fucking, Wheat Thins, stuff like that. Chips, I'm not like very picky on chips. I'll eat almost anything. The only thing I'm not big with is like super hot chips. I don't eat like butthole exploder Takis and shit like some people do. Not a big fan of those. But regular chips, I'm not a big I'm not very picky. I love Doritos. I mean, Doritos are pretty bomb chips for most of the flavors. I don't like every flavor of Dorito, but I like most of them. But I also like Lay's and Pringles and fucking different chips and shit like that. So I usually try to accompany having chips with something sweet. So like I usually have like chips and candy or something. So yeah. And I don't know if you. I don't have like I have like. I'm a big like pasta person. I don't know why. I love pasta. So if I have pasta, I'll eat the fuck out of that shit. Pasta's pretty bomb.
So, you guys having a good time today? No.
Where am I? Where am I?
you do. Kid.
Yeah.
Now, who ordered the old-fashioned beating? Cold as hell?
Oh, I'm up? Okay.
Boom.
Alright.
So what can I get you?
Okay, here we go. Good aggression, keep it up. Fuck him up, new
Who
kid.
died? I died. Did I die? No, I didn't die. That was somebody else died. Okay. What, who the fuck was that? That was one of the girls, I guess. Okay. Looked weird when she's laying down like that. What the fuck that was?
Ah, man.
Everybody good here? Great.
Nice. Oh, that's how Captain Diabetes deals with personal space invaders. Feel the wrath of humankind.
Hey guys, are we having fun yet?
Oh,
Come and get me, Dick.
I'm gonna scratch out your fucking eyes!
You're up, Ass Blaster. That's going to leave some scars.
I'm gonna show you how we put the double whammy in our double whammy wing.
Go fuck yourself.
oh.
Maybe we should have that you check out of the ER. Time power!
Ow!
Not even my podiatrist can save that villain. Podiatrist? Is she let you out? 14. Nice time tinkering, butthole. My turn.
Ow!
We are definitely on the same page when it comes to punching villainy into submission. Captain Diabetes is back in action.
Oh.
No, 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 no. I'm not responsible for what happens next. This is the part where the bad guys regret their life choices.
Wait, hold on. let's see.
Mosquito!
Oh shit.
Violated. Hello,
Oh, hold
shitty
on.
kitty. Where are you?
There you go. Go down around? I think I go up that way. But
And now you got a problem with me. I'm not just gonna sit here and do nothing while you insult this man's ethnicity.
I wasn't insulting him.
Excuse me. Did you or did you not say that this man seemed tired?
Yes, he's my friend. I said, follow. You look tired.
Microaggression! Persons of Hispanic backgrounds have been stereotyped as being sleepy, and saying they look tired is a microaggression that will not stand!
But I am tired.
You're the new kid, right? I'm the principal of your school. My name's PC Principal. I was told you wanted to talk to me about some race issues. Okay, come at me.
oh, a second. I gotta grab it quick. Something to eat. 'Cause my food's not ready yet. I'm hungry. Hope everybody's doing good and having a good night. Appreciate everybody hanging out with your boy.
Come on, you want to learn about race, right? Give me your best shot. It's a nice day, isn't it? Yes, very good. That was indeed not a microaggression. All right, round 2. I ate a hamburger last week. All right, that was also not a microaggression. This time I will use a microaggression, and you will see how it gives you a free shot. All right, everybody, listen up. I'm about to use a microaggression, but it's only for the use of training this young person in the ways of the social justice warrior. Thank you. Microaggression about to happen. Thank you. My friend Brian looks like a chick. Microaggression. Hit him. Oh. Not bad, kid. Not bad at all. Not only is the word chick derogatory to females, but also criticizing a male for looking feminine is a microaggression towards persons transgender. Now let's see if you can spot a microaggression that's more subtle. My pants are warm. My pants are warm. That coffee belongs to Tim Sherman. I heard it's going to rain. Janet likes to roller skate. Mr. Yamashiro is actually a very good driver. Microaggression. Hit him. Nice, kid. Very nice indeed. Using the term actually inferred that maybe other Asian Americans are not good drivers, and the use of Mr. is offensive to persons of third gender. Now, before we talk about your race, I need you to get out there and do some PC work for me. I'll let you know when I think you're ready. Remember, kid, people use microaggressions every day. I'm counting on you to make them pay for doing so.
You're kind of young for a micro.
New items on menu, very special. Town Liverpool still hiring.
Excuse me.
That's a shitty walk specialty. Okay, now you read restaurant.
I can't believe I agree.
Hey, new kid, it's me, Fat Pants. Clancy says she still ain't talking till you get her prescription.
Here, pussy pussy. Oh!
Oh.
Dinner is served. You guys are dinner. Tell them what you're made of, butthole.
Ow!
Look at butthole now. Oh, is a little fourthy about to cry?
Microaggression.
Bitch, punch you in the face.
I'm ready to suck ass and take names. Wait, that didn't come out right.
It's my turn now.
Who to torment? I choose you. Turn denied. Here we go. I feel sugar coursing through my veins. It's like the bad guys bounce right off you.
I can't say no to kicking some 40 ass. Hey, don't look, you gay wads.
Human kite, ready to swoop.
Ugh.
Excellent stare tactics, human kite. I'm counting on you, partner. What? Sixth graders can't die. We're immortal. Buzzing into action. What is not a feature on the menu today, Mosquito?
For 40 scum, you guys are kind of scrappy. Took that like a champ, Forthy.
Take your medicine, fourthies. You're untouchable, Captain Diabetes.
Okay, who's the next target of my unbridled rage?
Hey, that's super unhygienic. Half kite, half man, all crime fighter. Blow him away. Give him hell, douchebag. Smash them, butthole. Not even a citronella candle will save you now. Fresh blood.
He's still alive. Fuck.
Ha!
Surprised he's still alive, man. He could be dead, man. Tell you what, man.
Diabetes, son.
Yeah, hard out there for old pain, man. Got the bee stuck in my hat, man. Won't leave me alone, man.
Captain Diabetes is pounding bad guys into meatloaf. Forecast is blustery with a big chance of wrath of height. Yeah, burning hair. I'm not bloodthirsty anymore. Good to go, and so is my bug jar. Now this is what I call a spanking.
So what do I have to do now? I have to do something.
Your buddy Kyle can help you get to high places like this roof here. Just give him a call.
I think I have to go to the fucking Kite's house and fight his fucking parents, or fight his mom or whatever. And it's fucking, what's it called? His mom and his cousin or whatever. Eat the face, eat the face, eat the face. find a fast travel thing so I can get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We out this bitch. There's a fast travel thing. How did I not have to activate that earlier when it was down here though? Oh.
Need to get somewhere quickly? Catch you later.
Come on out, kitties. Here, kitty,
Thanks for
kitty.
coming. It's over here.
So I'm just gonna skip that. It's not important.
In the backyard.
Now I will say the fight at the end of this game
I'm
with the mutant kite or whatever, when Kyle's cousin gets all mutated by the doctor who goes butts on everything. That fight is a fucking pain in the ass.
Don't worry, Cousin Kyle. I have developed these super senses which will make it almost impossible for him to beat us up this time. I have to stay out of this. Just please.
It's a cool fight because you have to do things like turn it into light or whatever. Fuck. I like Minberry Crunch, but he's kind of a weird character to use. Like, he's great because he basically makes your party invulnerable for a certain time, and you can keep that going for a good amount of the thing, but he's also kind of just weird to use. I guess I'll choose here. Do I want him though? Do I want yeah, I guess we'll just keep that one.
This barrier represents the Red Sea, which you will be unable to part without Moses on your side. I am done. Oh, I just know I'm gonna mess this up, and here it goes. Aha! Your turn is toast. My turn. Yeah. See, I'm really good at this.
Are we really doing this again? anything.
Going for blood, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try something a little crazy. Everyone brace yourself. You got it, butthole. Captain Guy, baby, prepare to strike. And that really hurt. My friends are watching.
Get ready for this, dorks.
What does this do? Hills targets and grants IE a life steal.
I hate this. Is it my turn yet?
What do I do?
Hell Satan.
I probably could have actually
Sacrifice
used
a
the
small
fire.
animal in my name later.
Getting a little tingle in my throat. Does anyone have a lozenge? That wasn't too hard, right? I don't want to cause any permanent damage. My stomach is very upset. Maybe some tea would help. Now you're gonna get it.
Because I have to fight him again with fucking Kyle's mom.
Okay, that does it.
After this fight, I'll probably have to call it because I got work tomorrow and I got a late start and I still gotta do dinner and shit. But we'll finish up this fight and then go from there. Much as I'd like to keep streaming, I mean, I like streaming. I'd keep going if I could, but still gotta eat dinner and
Oh Jesus, my kite just blew up into the
I got
tree,
work
cousin
tomorrow,
Kyle.
so.
Then give up. Don't worry, super buddy cousin. Perhaps I no longer have my kite, but I still have my super weapon. And Sheila, these kids are picking on me. What?
Who's picking on you? Who are you kids? I'll call your mothers right now.
Yeah, get him, Aunt Sheila.
This is a good time to keep the fucking or use the
I'm supposed to
specials.
attack now, Rock.
And nope, we don't get no shield.
You didn't get your turn. Copy that.
It's always funny when this game freezes when you're doing the fart. Or it doesn't freeze, but like glitches out a little bit.
I can't right now.
Her special is pretty cool. She summons Satan. And then she attacks everybody with like lost souls in her hand or some shit. And then she also heals everybody else. So
Okay, everyone, just
it's a pretty good special all in one.
To heck with that. These boys need to learn some manners.
Oh yeah, I forgot Kyle fucking switches sides because we're beating up on his mom.
I will fucking destroy you.
Mom, calm down.
Granted, we killed the cousin, so we don't have to worry about that part.
Leave our friend alone, Dean. Who to infect? Satisfying. That's my mom, Dad.
I'm gonna kick your fucking asses all the way to theater.
Quit sucking so hard. too hard, butthole.
Hey, you better quit it right now.
Stop it right now.
I hope you pay
You hung out there right now.
I'm
Now.
gonna teach you
Why is he
I'm not the
beating
only
up
one who's
on
damaged.
whoever that is? Stan? Is that Stan? No, it's not Stan. I don't remember who that is. Whoever that is, they're beating up on him a lot. That's not nice. That's kind of mean. Why you gotta be such a doodle head? Such a doodle head. Stop it. Stop it. It's so ignorant. You can't beat up on people. Beat them up people is ignorant. You gotta stop it. You're being a doodle head. Big old doodle head. Stop it. Oh.
I'll be sure to pose dramatically next to your tombstone.
You guys can't find my mom. She's gonna kick your ass.
Kyle, language.
Bitch, I will kill you. Although I don't think you need to actually beat up Kyle. I think you only need to beat up his mom. Which I'm cool with.
You're actually dangerous now.
I actually used the wrong one. I didn't mean to use that one.
I don't feel like doing shit right now.
But whatever.
Woe is you.
It still had a good amount of shield to it. So.
This should be entertaining. I hear the Valley of the Shadow of Death is lovely.
And that's what you get when you mess with me. I think I did.
I beat him.
Mom, you okay? Nice going, guys.
Kyle, get inside and call the police. We have to get these kids arrested.
No, Mom. No police. This is all my fault.
What?
Look, it's just... I couldn't take my cousin copying everything I do. The human kite is about saving people, not about Judaism.
And now look at all the damage you've caused. I should press charges against your friends.
And look, my kite's up in a tree. I'm sorry. Please, I'll do anything.
You are going to let your cousin play with you from now on. Is that clear?
Oh boy, Kyle, Aunt Sheila says I get to play with you. Yes, sometimes you can play with us. Yippee!
Now get your cousin's kite out of that tree. You're not playing anymore until you do. Come on, Sugar. Let's get you some Bactine.
Oh, I hate Bactine because it gets on my fingers and I get eczema from the lidocaine. Well, crap. How are we gonna get that kite down? What the hell do we do now?
If you go to a pocket dimension, you'll have a bad time. Oj. Fart so hard you propel your friend, and that's gotta be a real bad thing, mate. Tell you what, man.
And we'll fart core up there. Man, I hope I never need to do that in public. public, though. Kind of embarrassing.
It's funny later on when you get the fart power and you fart so hard that you like fracture your asshole or like split your asshole open or whatever. And then you have to, when you get your powers back, you do it again and you accidentally send everybody into the future too far. And then you have to fight like the satanic cuddle friends or whatever they're called. The wild critters or whatever the fuck. Alright. I think we're going to end it there. Like I said, I got work tomorrow and I got to eat some food and shit. And we're getting pretty hungry. But yeah, I appreciate the hell out of everybody. Hope I saved. Anyway. So yeah, I appreciate our newest member, Pink Fire Hearts World. Appreciate the hell out of whoever you are. Always welcome back in. Appreciate the sub. Hopefully you had a good time and we continue having good times when we continue the streams and whatnot. I appreciate the fuck out of DG. Always a pleasure to hang out with you, my dude. And of course, the wonderful and talented Mr. Stinkbug Potato. We appreciate the hell out of you, my dude. You always seem to be popping in when I'm streaming, so I appreciate you and enjoy your company greatly as much as we talk and banter. But anybody else who came in to see today, even if you didn't say anything, I appreciate the hell out of you. Even if you just left me a simple like, it still helps. I appreciate all of it. We hopefully are continuing the channel to grow, and as we grow, it'll be the best. So, but yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good night. Hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. If you're not having a good week, there is still time to change that, my friend. You can always do things to make things better, and even if you only do one thing, make it worth it, you know. And if you don't do one thing, you can always do it the next day. But all we can really do is work together to make the world a better place. So I appreciate everybody who come on, hang out with your boy today, and we'll pick it up probably back up tomorrow. So everybody, stay loose and